Willie D Live.
What's up, family? We got a man on social media who claims that he took every single DoorDash order for 12 hours. He said he started around 8 a.m. and he ended around 9:15 p.m. Dude said he, after wear and tear, insurance, gas, and all of that type of stuff, his expenses, he walked away with $215. $215. Question: who amongst us is cool with that number? You know, he said he roughly worked about an actual 9 hours and 56 minutes. He took 3 breaks, 3 30-minute breaks. 3 30-minute breaks. You know, usually on the job you get only about 1 30-minute break, and then I think some jobs still do an hour, I'm not sure, but you get at least 1 30-minute break, right? 2 maximum. He got 3 30-minute breaks, gave himself 3 30-minute breaks. He made $215. He actually was working for 9 hours 56 seconds, although he was on call for an entire 12 hours. So, who's down with that? Who's cool with that? Are those good numbers? There were a lot of people in the comments like tearing him up, like, man, you need to go get a job, you get a real job. Hell no, that's not enough money. The dude was like, man, I'm tired. You see, my car needs a tune-up, and I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. Who cool with those numbers? Give me a thumbs up if you're cool with the numbers. A thumbs down if you say, nah, man, I sound like a ripoff. Somebody need to get paid. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Check it out, fam. When I did the math, that comes out to about, like, give or take, around $20 roughly an hour. About $20 an hour. Most people don't make that kind of money an hour. And you're talking about $20 an hour for untrained people. You do not have to be trained to be a DoorDasher. What they call them, dashers. You don't have to be trained to be a dasher. $20 an hour. That's pretty decent. Now, the biggest problem with what he does is he's putting a lot of mileage on his car, a lot of wear and tear on his car. 200 miles, he said he drove in those 12 hours. In those 9 hours and 50, about 10 hours. He drove 200 and I think he said 50 miles or something like that. That is a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. And when you look at it like that, you have to consider, is it really worth it? You know, $215? Is that worth putting 250 miles on your car daily? That's a lot of mileage. He said that the biggest tip that he got was $14 and some change. The smallest tip that he got was $3. Y'all think that's fair? He said he got the $3 for a Starbucks order. I forgot what he said he got the 14 for, but I think he said 14, 15 was his biggest tip. I'm gonna tell you straight up, fam, I couldn't do DoorDash myself, even if I wasn't who I am and do what I do. I just couldn't do DoorDash simply because there's too many weirdos out there. People are crazy. You knock on the wrong door, they'll shoot you. Yeah, they'll gun you down. Knock on the wrong door. Pull up in the wrong driveway, they'll start shooting. Yeah, so I just wouldn't be comfortable doing a job like that, because there are people out there who think that they have some type of stewardship over black bodies specifically. And I don't want to pull up and mess around and knock on the wrong door. Sometimes you can knock on the right door. They just don't want to see you. They don't appreciate the fact that a black person is handling their food. Never mind who prepared the food. The uncivilized must just be tripping me out, fam, because they have selective outrage. They have selective hate. And what I mean by that is, for example, like most of our convictions, our strongest convictions that we have, they're rooted in our upbringing. If somebody chased you home from school, you got to fear of bullies, or you don't like bullies for that reason. If somebody broke up with you, broke your heart, it's giving you trust issues. Friends stab you in the back, you got loyalty issues. You don't get that promotion on the job, now you feel like somebody's taking advantage of you. If you were abused growing up, physically, emotionally, sexually, it was probably somebody that looks like you, right? So all of these things makes us and shapes us. And so if people really wanted to be mad, if I'm going to be mad about something, if I'm going to be biased toward a particular race, I would actually be more biased toward my own race, because the things that I love most and the things that I hate most, that I dislike most, I said dishate, the things that I dislike most are rooted in my upbringing. It's my experiences, my background. It's the things that I saw while growing up in this wild, crazy, beautiful world. But back on topic, dude seemed like he cool with the job. He said, and some people are, because some people like that experience of meeting new people and interacting. Some people that do those type of jobs, just like Ubering, some people, they don't make a whole lot of money. They make decent money, but they don't make a whole lot of money. But they just like the idea of driving around and going to different places and meeting different people, talking to different people, and they're really interested in other people's story. So this is why they enjoy Ubering or doing the Lyft thing. Anyway, fam, this guy, I think he'd be all right. I mean, he really didn't have any major complaints except that he was tired. I look at it as 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. But if you're going to drive Uber, Lyft, even if you're going to do DoorDash, but especially DoorDash, because the Uber, the ride share thing could be different, depends on what type of level you want to be on. Some people only want to ride in the XL or Uber Black and that type of thing. But let's go back to DoorDash. It don't matter what kind of car you deliver DoorDash in. Just make sure that you have one of those cars, like a Nissan or a Toyota or a Honda, Hyundai, those type of cars, that are made primarily in those Asian countries, or at least come from those Asian countries. Because, man, I had a Honda once that I bought for resale purposes, and that thing had already flipped like twice. That thing had 270-something thousand miles on it, and I still sold it at a premium price. Yeah. Now, the one thing you want to be careful of, and this is something you can't control. Imagine this, fam. When you hop inside of those Ubers these days, a lot of times if you don't get something high end, you just get a regular one. Like, let's say a Uber Black. I mean, not black, but the regular XL or something like that. A lot of times these people don't clean their cars out, and people have to climb inside of those cars. Now imagine you're not getting into the car, but your food is being transported in that car. Imagine how dirty some of those cars are. I saw a dude bring food to my neighbor's house once, and he had his girl in the car with him. And in the back seat was a whole bunch of clothes. Like, looked like dirty clothes. From a customer standpoint, DoorDash ain't my thing. I ordered DoorDash once when I was in California. It was late at night. I was hungry as hell. And I ordered it and messed around and ordered a drink that didn't have a seal on it, right? And dude brought the drink, and I didn't even take any chances. I just poured it out. I ate the food, but I poured it out. I poured everything else out, but I don't order it at all, because even if your bag is stapled, taped, or whatever, these guys know how to get around that. They bring extra bags and clips and tape and staple guns and all kinds of stuff, and they been there messing with your food. Yeah, man. So I don't trust them. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.